Well, my fellow gladiators of gluttony, happy Thanksgiving to you. I'm Carl Higbie in for Rob Finnerty. Obviously, I hope you got your fill as much as I did, but the world never stops. That's why I'm here, and neither does Joy Reid's hatred for over half the country.
Well, here's an alternative thought. Make your own dinner, MAGA. Make your own sandwiches. Wipe your own tears. Troll amongst yourselves with Elon and leave us alone. You got your heart's desire, the president you dreamed of, and worship instead of Jesus. And this time, you didn't even have to storm the Capitol, smash the windows, or try to kill police officers or issue death threats to poll workers. See? You did it just by voting this time. Congrats.
Okay, what, I mean, cry more. She can't hold back the tears. She makes it seem like we want to have dinner with her. I wonder if she actually believes any of this stuff. Or she just comes in and some 20-year-old staffer writes this stuff and she just shows up and reads it.
But if you expect the 73 million who voted for the prosecutor, not the felon, and particularly the 92% of black women who voted for Kamala to give you a cookie for your vote, a trophy, a hug, a high five, you might be asking too much. If we want to eat with you, we will. But if we just want some peace over the holidays and we don't want to put up with your trolling while we eat our tofurkey, get over it. Stop acting like we owe you. And for God's sakes, stop whining. It's embarrassing. Our Thanksgiving. Our choice.
Yeah, right. I mean, like, this is the key. They think her choice. They always think they're making it. I watched this woman for pure comedy. She's giving this speech like she's in the majority here. That attitude is exactly why her party lost. And this is why people like me just don't want to have dinner with her. So to all the tofurkey, I don't even know what that is, but I'm 100% sure the Pilgrims didn't have that. That's what's so funny about these people. Thanksgiving is a time we're supposed to be thankful for stuff. You know, when starving Pilgrims were helped by Indians so they could survive the winter. I know. Look, folks, I joke around all the time. I spike the football and about talking about being unvaccinated and here to talk politics, doing my Trump dance. But look, it's all in good humor, okay? We had to put up with their snide comments for the last 4 years. Clearly still happening with Joy Reid. We still showed up for dinner. Look, this is America. This is the America we live in. I'm happy to live side by side with these people. I'm not going to agree with them about basically anything outside of oxygen. But unlike them, I'm willing to have the debate on the merits of the issue. But I'm not going to stand there while they scream at me. The game of, you have to celebrate all this weird stuff or you're a bigot. That game is over. That's, I think, my biggest takeaway from having liberal family members, especially over the holidays. You ever notice, like what Joy Reid was saying, oh, my choice or whatever. Almost every one of their policies always includes everyone else doing everything they want. And you should bring this up to them. Transgender policy. I mean, you can pick anyone, but we'll go there first. This whole thing about this new man who just got elected to Congress who's pretending to be a woman. Each member has their own, each Congress member has their own bathroom in their office. There's like gender-neutral bathrooms all over Capitol Hill. And this one, he, because it's a man, insists on being able to use the women's bathroom for some reason. Why? Because he was uncomfortable, or at least he said he was. He didn't want to use the men's room because he thinks he's a woman. So the solution in the liberal mind is, oh, I should get to use the women's bathroom. I don't care. I don't care how it makes every other woman feel ever. Oh, you don't want to pretend to be a woman? Like, you're a bigot if you're not pretending with me. Then ran to the microphones and then told everybody, oh, I'm not making this an issue. The Republicans are making it. They should just let me use the men's room or the women's room, whatever. I mean, this is so dumb. These are not real problems. But this is the libs on every single issue. This is why I told everyone yesterday on my show to hold the line at holiday dinners over the next month. I mean, you can go down the list of all these same things. They're all the same. It's all the same imposition of their power over us. All their policies and solutions include us accepting their point of view, but they cry anytime they don't get their way. I mean, pick another one. Climate change. This one is about the most idiotic stance of them all. John Kerry flying around on a private jet. Obama took a 747 Air Force One across the country to plant a single tree on Earth Day the last year he was in office. And yet they want me to get rid of my gas stove. Farmers got to cull their cow herds because they fart. While not a word from them about China building a new coal plant every month. I have never seen a liberal, one of these drum beating, like sacrifice, like these really big liberals with the coexist stickers, none of them ever sacrifice anything for their movement. That oat milk they put in their coffee, 5 times the carbon footprint to produce that stuff. They put it in a frozen truck with a diesel truck to deliver it and all these things. Yep, they got to have it. They never give that up. It's never about them making sacrifices. It's always pushed off onto you and me. And when we say no because we're tired of it or it's something that we like, we're the science deniers. We don't care, right? How about they give up their electric car batteries? Like COVID. For, I don't know, it was like 3 years. We just heard them whine about masks. Oh, you don't have the right to endanger me by not wearing a mask. Remember this one? Meanwhile, Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, they're out partying and gallanting around without one. They thought their freedom extended to covering my face. No, that ends now. Second Amendment, same thing. Carl, I don't like guns because I have low T and I'm a vegan. So I think the government should take yours. And if you respond, oh, well, the Bill of Rights says shall not be infringed. Oh, you're for dead kids and gun violence. No, these are the arguments. And because these liberals are a bunch of defenseless crybabies, they will try to take away my guns while they let criminals out of jail without bail. 20 million people come across the border that they have no idea about, some on the terrorist watch list. They make permitting processes impossible to make themselves feel better or sleep better. And I don't know. Meanwhile, you have a woman, and this is not an isolated incident. This woman was murdered by her ex while she was waiting for her permission to carry a gun from the state, and no laws changed. No one was held accountable for that. Student loans, same thing. These predatory loans for my basket weaving degree. I can't get a 6-figure job. The government has to bail me out. And you and I are like, why should we pay for your loan that you voluntarily took out? But they don't see it like that. But when we print a bunch of money to forgive billions of these loans, they all complain about the price of their vape pen because of inflation. Now all of us who paid off our own student debt or just went to work right out of high school, we're stuck paying $6 a gallon for regular milk, not oat milk. Everything these people disagree with, they must shut down because it's somehow, it's dangerous or misinformation because they're not mentally capable of debating the merits of their policies. That's why they had Mark Zuckerberg and pre-Elon Twitter, obviously with Jack Dorsey, censor pretty much everything, much of which ended up being true on our part. They were wrong. Funny enough, now that Trump won, Zuckerberg was down at Mar-a-Lago yesterday trying to figure out how to probably stay out of jail or at least out of the DOJ's crosshairs because they're going to investigate all this stuff. The same people telling you and I, the experts are back in charge, gave the worst foreign policy of my lifetime. They thought they could just trust the Taliban. You don't think Anthony Blinken, Secretary of State, you don't think he made your life less safe? He did. They left $80 billion worth of military equipment, night vision, helicopters, guns, Hummers, for terrorists in Afghanistan. And yet they want to take away my AR-15. I mean, not a high bar for me to ask to have the same weapons as the Taliban. No one gets fired in the Pentagon. Well, they will on January 20th. But, I mean, like, we've now seen these guns popping up in other foreign countries fighting our allies. I got the same problem with how they're running Ukraine. It's like 6,000 miles away, and nearly every Democrat on Capitol Hill is wearing the little Ukraine flag lapel and tells me that if I disagree with them giving $100 billion of our hard-earned money to Ukraine, then I'm somehow pro-Putin. What? Screw you guys. I just see, look, I'm a vet. I see homeless veterans on the street every day without adequate medical care. Would it shock you to find out if that maybe someone else's war really isn't my priority right now? Everything Democrats do affects everyone else. The entire platform is the imposition of their will on everyone else. And if we get mad about it, they cry victim. That's why I always say fight back. That's why you need to pick every battle these holidays. Otherwise, we're going to end up with the same stupid problems in 4 years again.